also, bro, people have been mauling about Genshin. Like, I'm talking to, like, big mauled. It's really stupid, okay? So I have to stop for a second because it's so stupid, I feel stupid explaining it. China, so it's actually in Singapore now, to be fair. MiHoYo they made a new island in Genshin Impact, and the characters didn't have dark enough skin for people on Twitter, so people on Twitter have gone on a multi-month rampage harassing everybody associated with the company that they possibly can, because the game isn't reinforcing what they believe the skin colors of the characters should be. Talked about everything about the Travelers at the end of the preview program. There's more to this, by the way. Yeah, true. What's he crying for? He thinking about how much money they're gonna make. Yeah. He's thinking about how much money he's gonna spend. Or how much money they're gonna spend on this game, man. This live stream went crazy. This is nuts, man. For the past year, the Genshin development management team has also personally experienced a lot of anxiety and hesitation. Yeah, so basically, I wonder why. I wonder where all that anxiety and hesitation came from. I know where it came from. It came from people in America and in the West that have to take medication because of how bad their anxiety is, that then fucking put that out onto other people. Yeah, no, I know exactly. Yeah. Wait, no, is he talking? Do you think the entire company, they're only talking about Tectone? Do you think this is entirely just about Tectone? Oh, fuck. That could be it. We've gone through a tough time. There were some very harsh voices. Uh-oh. It said it was nothing good about Genshin. Genshin development management team. Yeah? Yeah? The Genshin team is so arrogant, they don't listen to everyone's opinions. As a JIG colleague participated in live, we feel like the players and travelers, we feel it too, just for us. We heard so many voices, so we need to calm down. We must discern which voices are truly from How is China so based? I don't know how this happened. Yes. Genshin team and I are so lost and confused. We decided to go back to our roots. I know what they should do. They should add in a building system where you can put different pieces of the environment together and then turn those pieces into like a workable boat or like some sort of tool or something like that. Because you know how their roots were stealing from Legend of Zelda? Well, Tears of the Kingdom came out, right? And that's the new game. So maybe they should just go steal that now instead. Yeah, smart. I came this far. What's this? Came this far because all the travelers present and absent. Thank you so much. Many travelers supported us from the beginning. We've come this far thanks to many of the voices of you. The beginning of this year, we were wondering how to move forward into the future. Decided after talking to members of the Genshin team. Let's go and listen directly to the voices of travelers along the world. No wonder they've been stressed out. Many places for the first time. Cities in China, other countries. I felt my child to each traveler. Travelers are so cute. Oh my god. One day I happened to meet up a certain traveler at Jingya. You were Dwayne? He said we are the wrong people. Teammate tried hard to convince him, lying and saying it's the wrong person, he's not Dwayne. But he knew Dwayne. Said about his girlfriend during Corona period, how they played Genshin together. Wow. Playing Genshin Impact together with your girlfriend during COVID. How romantic. I'm gonna have to tell you, I like this guy. I do. I like him, man. He's great, yeah. Certain traveler for the Genshin classmate from the same dormitory forced him to do it during coronavirus, naturally. They tried to do that to me. We received a lot of love for Genshin, many opinions about Genshin. Yeah. I asked everyone why they left, and they couldn't come to Tewat for a long time. That's the news zone, right? Listen to everyone's voices one by one. We had many meetings with the Genshin team. We achieved one common understanding. What is it? Genshin will always be friends with Traveler, and we will walk together. It's the only thing that will not change. Everything else can be changed. What does that mean? The Outland trailer, we saw a lot of changes in us. Game content benefits various improvements. Yeah, sure. The devs listened? Yeah, imagine that. Travelers can have fun playing Genshin, everything can be changed. Well, yeah, of course. Talking to them first year and a half. We also received a lot of encouragement. Yeah. I think, like, Genshin is a game, like, from what I've seen it, like, the game plays extremely well. Like, and this is a big problem that a lot of games have, is that they don't play well. Like, they don't move well. The characters, yeah, Wuthering Waves is better. I think Wuthering Waves is very good, but Wuthering Waves is, like, there's more freedom of motion, I think, in Wuthering Waves, which makes it better and worse. Because, like, there's some choppiness with it, and when you add iframes, it can be hard for people to understand that. Like, the Wuthering Waves movement is good, it's very good, and I like the combat for it. But Genshin Impact is obviously, like, a little bit more of a relaxed version of that. Visually, I think Wuthering Waves combat looks way better. All the travelers from a corner of the audience. I wonder if this guy knows who Tectone is. Yeah, I wonder if he knows who Tectone is. 100% he does. I wonder if they have, like, a name for him. You know, since, like, you know, do they call him Tectone, or do they call him, like, Loud Bald or something like that? I wonder. Yeah. The White Ogre? Oh, God. Feel all travelers to what Genshin team. Yeah, for sure. This is really nice. Eggman. Voldemort. Things haven't turned out the way the traveler wanted, yeah. I think that, like, for me, one of the reasons why I haven't really wanted to get into Genshin is that it's like I feel like I'm, like, really far behind. That's, I think, the big reason why. Same, yeah, you are, exactly. I hope the Genshin team and all Genshin travelers will be able to take the burden off their past names and look forward. Yeah, I don't know how they can fix that. Do you implement a catch-up skip in 5.0? Well, I don't want to skip. Like, I want to go through everything. It's just that going through everything is going to be really hard to do. Yeah, that's great. Never get into Genshin, it will ruin your life. It's too late. Yeah, I mean, this guy really seems like he's he seems genuine, nice guy, he's likable. I think the strategy, yeah, I think the strategy of, like, just talking to people and hearing what they have to say is really smart. As photo games you played, just start at any point, it's never too late to get in. Yeah, I know. Xenosun Zero has better quality of life, I hope Genshin adds it. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, like, and you know what's really crazy about this? Look how many girls there are. Isn't that nuts? Because, like, I mean, if you go and you watch, like, for example, the Wrath of the Lich King expansion announcement at BlizzCon, it's basically like my stream, okay? There's like 3 women there, and 2 of them don't want to be there, and the third one they met in WoW and they got married. Like, that's it. Yeah, it's a girl. It is. There's a lot of girls that play this game, man. There are. It's a sauce fit. Yeah, 5.0 trailer. No, it's nuts, man. Like, there's a lot of them that are really, really into this. I know a lot of girls that play Genshin. It's kind of surprising to me. Genshin's for teenage girls. Yeah, I know that. That's why every character in the game, you know. So anyway, it's actually really funny about this. So there's actually been more stuff going on with Genshin. I thought this was kind of funny. Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail voice actress gets replaced after appearing to signal boost Genshin Impact boycott. Wow. So take a look at this. I thought this was kind of funny. Genshin voice actor has raging breakdown on Twitter. Isn't that cute? This is her in real life. Just kidding.
Back on Genshin Twitter / Hoyoverse Twitter, where some voice actors all mad and raging at people online. But first, some additional context to all of this. Hopefully you've been keeping up with my videos covering the disastrous Genshin boycott over the last month or so, where we covered how performative the entire thing's been, and what a failure it's been too. Something that some people on Twitter got extremely mad at me about, trying to insult me and send death threats and all that typical boring stuff. But it's especially funny, because now most of them are actually admitting that myself and the people who agreed with me have been right the entire time. So as more and more people on Genshin Twitter admit that the boycott failed, now we're seeing some Genshin voice actors attempting to rally the troops, so to speak. It's very disingenuous in my opinion, because if you really look at what some of these voice actors have done, as well as some of the Hoyo content creators too, well, they essentially put in the most...
How did they think this was going to work? This is a video, like, it's so stupid to me. How can you be so fucking stupid that you think that a game which their business model is built around people having a lack of self-control are going to be able to boycott something? The whole business model of the game is people not having self-control. It's insane. It's like going to like Alcoholics Anonymous and being like, yeah, we're going to make a support group against addiction. Oh, yeah, for sure, guys. You go to the Flat Earth Society and you want to talk about making a advocacy group for science. What the fuck are you thinking? Who does this?
Minimal amount of effort possible into the boycott. Basically making like a few tweets near the beginning, but still going on to voice for Hoyoverse and make Hoyoverse content. In other words, making the company money and promoting it.
Right.
The very company that they claim to support boycotting against. Meanwhile,
well, they don't support boycotting it. You have to understand, what they support is making tweets and getting likes for the tweets. That's what they support. They don't really care about this.
Expect people on Hoyoverse Twitter to do all of the actual heavy lifting.
Of course.
You could say those specific VAs and content creators use the whole boycott for social media clout.
Absolutely,
and treat everyone else like a tool. It's pretty messed
up. By
up.
the way, I want to let you guys know, they absolutely did that. Totally fucking fake. They will go right back to this game. If it was found out that Genshin Impact was sacrificing people, it's like every time that they make a new waifu, they have to kill a person, like Aztec style. They would make a tweet, I'm so upset about this. I think that they have to come out right now and apologize. And then the next time a video comes out about the game, wow, okay, I'm hyped about patch 5.2. These are the 10 things you need to do to get ready. That's all they are. What the hell do you expect? She's really hot. Yeah.
But thankfully a lot of Hoyo Twitter is starting to realize this. Anyways, as mentioned, as more and more people are jumping off ship from the boycott, Now some of these voice actors are conveniently making a few tweets about it once again, which takes us to the situation. So we got this tweet from Courtney Lynn, who says, "Oof, jumping back on Twitter to say your voices matter, and I'm so proud of our community for using theirs. Retweet, email, speak up. Our community is strong." To which normal
our community. Great, good for her.
Behavior says, "So proud of my community. My community is so powerful and brave for getting rid of you. It's wonderful to let all voices be heard, but not yours. What a wonderful community. My community loves my community." And love is love, and community is community, and we love our community. So yeah, it sounds kind of crazy. I think he's memeing around a little bit there, but it does include a screenshot with the highlighted area reading, "Change the English voice actors for Agents Lucy and Sukaku and replace the corresponding voice lines." So according to videogames.si, Lynn was voicing those two Hoyoverse characters, and she was then replaced by the company. They don't specify why, but it's important.
Oh, too bad. Uh-oh. So she was the voice actor, and then she got replaced for this. Well, there we go. Easy way to lose a job. Yeah, and who the fuck is going to want to hire her now?
To note that it doesn't look like she willingly stepped down. From the way this is being handled, it looks like Hoyoverse did let her go. They also go on to write how Lynn hasn't said anything about being cut from the Hoyoverse games, and they say that it's unlikely to do with the recent SAG-AFTRA gaming strike, as the dubs are being handled by Sound Cadence Studios and Rocket Sound, both of which are not struck. So it's rather unclear.
I just love how people think that you can badmouth the company that you work at and you do contract work for, and they're going to be like, okay. You're going to like actively encourage people to not buy the product whenever you're being paid by the company that's selling the product? What are you, fucking stupid? What? How you be so stupid?
What exactly occurred here? But if she willingly stepped down, it seems likely that she would have also made a statement about doing so. However, once again,
the only thing that let me tell you what's going to be on the Zenless Zone Zero Reddit. The fact that the new character with the tail, her thighs jiggle when she walks. Let me guess, that's probably what the whole Reddit's talking about. Yes. Yes.
There's been no such thing. So now going back to the set of tweets with Courtney Lynn and Normal Degen, we got a response from another voice actor, Valeria Rodriguez. And she's the one who's going all rage mode, as mentioned at the start of this video.
Bro, this is my favorite combination right here. The gay flag. I'm pretty sure that's the Palestine flag. Oh boy. Mexico? Is that Mexico? God, I'm a fucking retard. Holy shit, I'm retarded. Really? That's Mexico? Jesus Christ. Never mind. Your American showing? Yeah, true.
This response to him that's so exceptional and lame that I'm going to have TTS repeat it.
I'm just so used to seeing the Palestine one.
So please bear with the voice. It's only going to go on for a few seconds.
In Texas? I know.
You're a freaking loser who is going to die alone. And I would bet $1,000 that you are incredibly depressed and hate yourself. Get therapy or rot alone in your bedroom, but leave nice people out of it. Nerd.
Nice people. And I'm sure she's supposed to be the nice person. Yeah, she's the nice person. Wow.
Or have the balls to say the shit in person, not behind a profile pic.
Now people are responding to Valeria's freakout. For example, Haru47 saying, ENVAs be like, why does nobody like us? And then proceed to say stuff like this.
Yeah, holy shit, modern VAs are so fragile and unprofessional. They also don't sound that great, but that's an entirely different issue. Do you know what this Valerie girl's doing? She's making everybody excited for whenever they're going to turn her voice into AI. Or, you know what? They'll just make a voice that's like an amalgamation of like her and 50,000 other people, and then it'll be better, and they won't have to worry about the tweets like this, and that'll be it. And I don't know what she's going to be able to do. Maybe she'll have to go work at Sonic. You know, like go give people hot dogs. At least AI doesn't complain. Yeah. Why does only English voice actor are changed in Hoyoverse games? Oh, I don't know.
Jethro saying, wow, modern VAs are fragile and unprofessional. They also don't sound that great, but that's an entirely different issue. Jekko saying, weird how all the best adverts for replacing English voice actors with AI comes from English voice actors themselves. Normal degen behavior also responding, saying, if I ever fly off on toxic rants like this, you have full permission to get me fired from Mihoyo and also replace my voice with someone less on him.
Jesus.
Just for anyone who might be confused out there, I don't think he's actually a Mihoyo voice actor. I think he's memeing around once again. However, please correct me if I'm wrong about that. He'd get a response that reads, they get real defensive when their select group of untouchables finally face the consequences of their actions. The nerve and delusion is
here's the problem is that Genshin Impact is a feels-good, goofy, fun game that's a bullshit escapism game. They don't want to they don't want to have people involved in their community that are actively hostile, aggressive, and crazy. Like, they don't want to deal with that. Why? Like, this isn't for their audience, right? Except a good fun. Yeah, and in my opinion, I don't really care about what this girl is saying on Twitter. I think it's so stupid when somebody says something dumb on Twitter and they get fired from their job for it. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like to celebrate this, but I generally the only reason I'm happy when it happens is because they would be happy when it would happen to somebody that they don't like. And so it's yeah, you get what you fucking deserve. I get that, but it's still not really something I actually support. Yeah, karma. Yeah, exactly. When it's related to your job, it makes sense. This is a really good point. Yeah, no, you guys are bringing up a good point where yeah, this isn't really just her talking shit. It's her talking shit about her job inside of the scope of her career. Good point. Yeah, you're right about that.
Crazy. With normal degen then responding, saying, I was just being memey and over the top too. You know, like a joke. These are the same people who celebrated 40 times harder and sincerely when Vic was blacklisted.
Oh, this is exactly why people do it. It's because these people love to cancel other people, but they get sad whenever it happens to them.
Well, as the backlash to Valeria would proliferate more and more, it looks like she...
bro, is she getting into it, huh?
Would then go on her Twitter account and attempt to get her followers to join in. As for Courtney Lynn, this is all inadvertently making her look better, because despite some of the responses that she was getting to her seemingly performative activism, at least she hasn't gone full rage mode, full aggro, something that Valeria isn't able to say. The situation actually gets worse though.
Wait, what is she saying?
Aggro, something that Valeria...
I'm in the comments verbally beating haters. V-Nation joined me in my crusade. Courtney is an incredibly kind and caring human being. She doesn't deserve this to arms. So she's trying to get people to white knight for her or something like that? Oh, God. What is V-Nation? It stands for Virgin.
Isn't able to say. The situation actually gets worse, though.
People want me fired and are tagging MiHoYo because I was clapping back at racist trolls in Courtney's comments, saying I'm being mean and shit. If you don't want me to say mean shit back to you, don't say mean shit in the first place. So, the truth is that this girl would probably have no problem getting somebody fired for something that they disagree with or they don't like. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying before, is that I never find it to be a bad thing to do something to somebody that they would do to you. Even if it's bad. I think it's always deserved. Because if you don't want somebody to do that to you, you shouldn't have been doing that to them. Typical Karen. Yeah, exactly. She's actually right about those dumbasses, but she's hopping in at hostile and it worked. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your limit is always my limit. Yeah, always match people's energy with this kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she got fired or she lost her job over this.
Valeria would make a tweet later on.
That's fighting hate with hate? No? It absolutely is. And you have to make sure that you overpower people and you beat them down. Absolutely. Never be afraid to take the low road, okay? I've got no problem taking the high road, but if somebody else takes the low road, you have to meet them there. If you don't, you lose.
For critics of just being racist trolls. Obviously, criticizing performative activism doesn't make
They go
anyone
low,
racist.
I go lower.
And as
There
a
you
matter
go.
of fact,
There you
similar
go.
to what we discussed in the beginning of this video, a lot of the Hoyoverse boycotters have also recently been calling out performative activism and discussing how it didn't help the movement at all.
No, of course
I guess
not.
to Valeria, they would all also be racist too. There's other posts that Valeria has made in her rage-induced tweeting spree. However, I'm going to wrap this up soon to save us all that brain rot.
Jesus.
The point is, it looks like she's willingly gaslighting her own followers, accusing all of the critics once again of being racists.
Everybody that doesn't like you is a racist. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Rile up her own followers as her own sort of personal army. In closing, here's Normal Degen's final statement on this entire thing. Dear Diary, today I made an English Genshin Impact voice actor mad by memeing around.
Oh
Hundreds of
my
Sims are now
God.
calling middle school baby rage powerful and talking that talk, making the contrast between the two posts
Man.
even more apparent. I'm very proud of this. Can't wait for AI. On a final note regarding...
No, this is, and this is what's really funny about this, is that all of these people, like, eventually their job is going to get replaced by AI completely. Because if you're MiHoYo, like if I was that Dewey guy and I saw this, I would be like, guys, yo, fuck this nuclear power shit. Like we gotta get this AI voice thing. Like we gotta get this started like real quick. Like this is becoming a problem. The way, yeah, like that's what I'd be doing. It's a fucking cartoon, exactly. Genshin, the game is honestly sucks. You think the game's... I think the game looks good, personally.
Courtney Lynn. As we already went over, the evidence that outlets have posted seemed to indicate that she was let go. But if by any chance she actually
knows?
stepped down from her roles to support the Hoyoverse boycott,
Good for her.
then I'll give her full credit for
Yeah.
not being performative and for really taking action. If that's the case, hopefully she'll make a statement clarifying such. And I'll leave it there. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this coverage, consider liking and subscribing. Appreciate ya. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's so fucking funny for me to see this happen, man. I'm assuming that, like, I can't probably look at a lot of these tweets, because if I do, then I'm probably already preemptively blocked by all of these people. Which, to be fair, I'd do the same thing if I were them. So yeah, Genshin, yeah, watch the Descendant trailer. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Sure, we haven't covered anything for Genshin in a while. Do you know what the funniest? This is the funniest fucking thing. This actually makes me want, like, the drama for Genshin Impact makes me want to play the game more than the actual gameplay does. I always find it to be so fucking entertaining. I hope Crunchyroll does the same, and every other company that does it, that hires these people. Yeah, I mean, and this is the funny thing, right? Is like these people are they're gonna be completely out of a job in a few years. Like, I bet in 10 years, they're going to have to do something totally different. They're going to have no skills, and all they're going to have is a 10-year pattern of being disagreeable and psychotic on social media. OnlyFans? As I said, I don't really make comments on... I try not to make comments on people's personal appearances or sexual comments about people unless they do it to somebody else or they're doing it to me. I really do try to do that. And I want to let you guys know that this is something that I really like doing. Like, again, I always think of the worst thing that you can say, and I've thought of something worse than that in like 3 seconds. I of course, I would say bad things, but I try to be a nice guy. You're fat shaming all the time? Well, being fat's different. I mean, that's just being fat. I mean, that's objective. Just like, that's a hog. You look at a fucking hog, that's a hog. I mean, it's not a secret. That's totally different. Yeah, it's just a fat. Yeah, bro, like, you look at, like, that's it. It's the Michael Scott. If you're in a small rowboat, would the rowboat capsize if she was in it? I mean, this is a scientific and a physics question, right? It's not about how you feel about somebody. It's just science, okay, guys? It's an astute observation. That's all. Yeah, being fat is evil, clearly. And so, yeah, looks like they're probably getting removed. English voice actors trying not to be insufferable and sabotage their own career, challenge impossible. Well, what these companies probably realize is that these people are... they're making other people not want to play the game. And they're pushing people away from the game because somebody will see something like that and it will annoy them, and they'll be like, you know what, I feel like I don't really want to play this, right? Like, this is weird, right? It's off-putting, at least. And I think it also damages the escapism where, like, you have, like, this cozy, nice game, and then you see the voice actor, and, like, the voice actor is, like, this, like, unhinged fucking psycho. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these people get replaced and lose their jobs pretty fast. So, yeah, that's what they fucking get, man.